Hello and welcome to the ExtremeZPodcast, the only Dokkan podcast making your favorite talk show format relevant again. I'm your host, Epic Mewtwo.
And I'm your co-host, Gavon.
And we are back with episode 24 of the podcast. Welcome back, everybody.
That's been 24 episodes. That's wild.
It feels like it's been like 10.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, less than 24. Surely that means next episode is episode 25. What? That's crazy.
We're a quarter to 100.
Yeah, oh yeah, bro, that's nuts. Dang,
That's scary.
that is pretty scary. Well, thank you all for coming on this journey with us. We really appreciate it. Speaking of which, in this leg of the journey, we're going to be talking about 300 million downloads and the fall of 300 million downloads, aka part 2.
Now everybody is sad.
Yes, they really let us down with part 2 with a lot of different things. We will be getting
Yeah, this in the first half, not gonna lie.
we will be getting to our feelings about it more so in the next section of the podcast. But of course, we will talk a little bit about it in the news section here. But we're going to just kind of talk about everything that's happened with it, how we feel about it, how people feel about it, and compare it to some of the other part 2s of other download celebrations from the past. So let's get into the news.
Let me actually pull up JP news.
I didn't rip off Keen that time, too. So that was...
Let's get it.
No! We were so close. We were so close. Anyway, moving on from that. Keen, please don't sue us. We had the results of the JP versus Global event with the Hercule.
It happened on the 1st for JP? That's weird.
Yeah.
What was the 31st?
Well, time zones.
Thank you, time zones. Very cool.
Cell was given to JP and Hercule was given to Global, as well as the other rewards that were with that. And then with that too was the Cell wallpaper that was given out, which was cool. Definitely the best wallpaper that we have until we're getting the Gohan one later. But anyway, SNS campaign. Always gotta love that. We had a very, very cool thing, and this is for both Global and JP. Both platforms hit first place and got 100 stones and a bunch of orbs.
No, they didn't.
What?
This is only for JP for getting top grossing on both app stores. Global didn't get this.
But that's what did I say? Didn't I say both platforms?
Yeah, you made it seem like both JP and Global got 100.
But both platforms is Global, or it's Global. Dang it! It's Android and Apple, not Global and JP.
Well, because you segued from saying, like, both versions is what I meant.
Did I say both versions or say both platforms? Okay, well, both platforms.
It's just JP. JP got 100 stones for their usual shenanigans.
Yes, for shenanigans. You mean fire.
Beating out Fate Go, which is a feat in itself.
True. Anyhow, we had the Android Battlefield go live, which is very cool. Definitely.
Speaking of Android.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, true.
Right above it.
We had a very cool, what do you call it? Battlefield this time, just like we did with the 4th year anniversary. We had the GT related Battlefield. Always cool when they do one of these. It's super unique, super fun.
Definitely.
The bosses are interesting, and it's always nice to see a couple of different faces when we're going through Battlefield. And then with that too, we did have the brand new Final Flash Solar Flare Krillin go live.
Final
Flash. And then we also had
get that Final Flash.
True, sad boy hours. We had the Cowboy Outfit 18, which Dokkan evolves.
Too much Pokemon matches.
Yes, man. Exactly.
Keep it out of the Dokkan podcast.
We have the 18 that it has the vest and the pearl necklace that she Dokkans into, which is really cool. And then yeah, so all the other LRs I believe as well got refreshed. I think.
No, it's just saying that those are the guys you can get. Featured characters, basically.
Are you sure?
Boy, it says it right there. Featured characters.
I know, I'm kidding you. Anyway.
Boy.
Response to Android 10. If you receive use of this app, Android 10, there's a possibility it does not work properly. Basically, certain
Android
version
10 machine broke.
yes, for certain version of Android it wasn't working on. General, be patient. We working on it. Moving on, we had the tech banner go live on Global and JP. The banners were a little bit different, but both of them were extremely good. Very, very good banners.
What the Global one had from the picture?
There's a couple of other units that weren't on the picture too that were
Broly movie Goku or Tech Khalif. That's our one.
What did the gold one have? Just read it out real quick.
Let me actually check the banner then. It's all on the actual picture. The only thing different was instead of Tech Khalifa, it had the Broly movie Goku.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Would you say that's a positive or a negative?
I'd say they're about equal. So I'd be willing to pull both right. Or either. There we go. Words.
Right, so on Global they had the Tech Master Roshi,
which JP had.
Saying Goku,
Tech Khalifa,
Tech 16,
Tech 16. Yep, we had that too.
Mass Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
Tech Vegeta, the one that comes the EZA.
Yep, and then obviously the supports.
Oh wow, only one unit changed. That's new.
Yeah, so both the banners are really, really good.
Definitely.
And both versions did have Tech Broly, both versions did have Tech Broly then, right? Or am I tripping? In the LR pool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait.
Go Broly, go.
Go Broly, go. Anyway, we had the notice of the update to the Cell Story event. We also had the notice of the Dragon Ball. What is this called? Dragon Ball Infinite History.
Dragon Ball History.
Yeah, thank you. Which right now only consists of the Infinite History of the Cell Saga, but hopefully they'll expand it.
Please.
Definitely. We had the Part 2 missions go live, which is really cool. We had the Cell Saga stage go live with the updates. This added a few extra stages, and then when you finished all of the stages, it unlocked the Extreme Z area, which we'll
get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. Dragon Ball History went live. Stage 1 and 2. One of them is a hero stage, and one of them is a villain stage. I just noticed. Are you looking at the image for that?
No, for what?
Dragon Ball History.
Yeah.
Why is Krillin and Vegeta's backgrounds just white?
Huh.
Everybody else has a normal background, and their card arts aren't just white in the background. Vegeta's might be like that, but Krillin's definitely isn't.
I don't know, honestly.
Weird.
It's weird.
Anyhow.
Weird.
Moving on from that, we did have the Ultimate Life Form event go live, which
basically
is really
the countdown to the Cell raid.
Yes, just like we had with the Omega raid.
We also a day basically though, so really cool.
We also had the Extreme Z area go live.
You want to talk about it a bit here?
I'll let you blow your mind out on that later because I know you're gonna rant about it, and we're gonna be ready for it. But to give the TLDR, basically 2 stages, very difficult. You can only bring certain characters, and you can get the EZA.
Doubt.
Yeah, you can get the EZA medals from that stage.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm Monkey.
EZA, but not.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh boy, the fast attribute.
The fast attribute. Gotcha.
This one got changed a lot on Global versus JP. I'm pretty sure.
It was like 2 units, I believe.
Yeah, because Global has neither the Frieza or Nail.
But both of the units that they were replaced with were really good.
AGL Kid Buu.
Okay, wait. That was the one that was not good. Wait, let me pull it up so because I talked about this in the last news video that I did. Because I was discussing. So I think the Dispo and the Kai are pretty good replacements for Nail and Frieza, because both of those units are like...
Oh, those are what got replaced. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, they're both definitely very solid. I mean, I feel like they're like equal in terms of being able to pull them both unfeatured. At least you'd want to pull those the equal amount. The only reason...
telling me AGL Kid Buu was on both banners?
No. AGL Kid Buu, I'll get to him in a second because he's a special case. But the only reason I would say you would want the JP banner more is just because you've had a chance to pull Dispo and the Kai longer. But that's not really a fair argument, but you understand what I'm going with that.
Oh, that's what he was replaced with.
Yes, so Kid Buu was on Global. And for some reason, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is on the JP banner?
I guess because it was easy but just put on Global 2,
yeah, it makes no sense.
Alright. Weird flex, but okay.
Probably the easy A. That was the only thing about the Global banner. I was like, oh, that kind of stinks. But either way, though, I still say that they are both fantastic banners. I would be willing to summon on either one. Moving on, though. The last thing two last things actually that we had was JP got the weekend mission again, which is really cool. You can get 21 stones. Nah, Global gets other things to compensate.
Yeah.
Either way, though, we reached the end of the... this, by the way, keep in mind, this started like a day or two ago.
Yeah, pretty much. We're already done.
Yeah. If you guys remember, I talked about it in the news video. There was the Dende Dragon Ball campaign where basically the community had to come together to do a certain amount of activities in the game a certain amount of times, and it was very easily reached, as you can tell. That news video that I made was literally a day or two ago, and we already hit it. Let's read these numbers out just because I think they're really interesting.
Also, obligatory British reference, so I'm God now.
Yes. But yeah, so I don't even know how to read the first number. What's after billion? Google, what hold on. What's after
small brain
billion? Trillion. I'm an idiot. Okay, so 66 trillion 502 billion 912 million 891,652 total Zenny. Wow.
We got a lot more than we needed.
That's a lot of Zenny. The original one was 3 million, right?
We tripled it.
Yeah.
300 million.
Yeah, 300 million. Yeah, sorry. That's
you tripled it.
Yeah. That's wild. I can see that with Zenny, I guess, but
yeah, I guess. But
man,
still, yikes.
That is absolutely ridiculous. For the training, we trained units 17,278,003 times.
Only 2 million more, not that much.
Yeah, so we needed 15 for that one. For awakening at least 800,000 characters, we awakened 1,488,674 characters. Only 200.
Almost
actually,
double.
Only only double more. No big.
Slacking. Oh, now this is a big number.
Oh my gosh! So we had to Extreme Z awaken almost 500,000 characters, and we Extreme Z awakened
3.6 million.
3,666,883.
That's 7 times as much as we needed.
That's crazy. And keep in mind, right? Let me double check when I posted that video.
Oh my goodness! What even below? Even the one below is even more ridiculous.
Hold up. We talked about that Part 2, wait, was that day 1 or day 2? I think that was 1 day ago.
Nice.
Right? Wasn't that not, wait, let me double check. Yes, that was literally a day ago. This is in like 24 hours. More, plus, but still. Crazy. Either way, though. Clear at least 2 million phases in Infinite Dragon Ball history. Oh my gosh. 21,668,006 phases success.
I know.
What? That's nuts. This one is pretty big too. Complete at least 10 million missions from the part 2 missions. For basically 50 million, 49,984,893, and we needed to consume at least 300 million stamina, and we consumed, oh my gosh, 1,048,339,905 stamina.
Consume stamina.
So I want to share with you those numbers, not because, they're interesting in the grand scheme of things, but I want to share them with you as well, because I want to really make you understand
We all have no life.
well, no, I mean, I guess, but no, the true power of Dokkan. The fact that we hit that in a literal day is absolutely mind-boggling. That started the 12th at 21 o'clock, right? And the Dende finished. The event period was supposed to go until the 17th. And this notice was posted the 14th. And so that means that it was completed by the 13th. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely insane. So that's like 2 days, yeah. That's crazy. I just kind of wanted to put in perspective to everybody how truly massive of a game Dokkan really is.
Yeah.
If they can just clap those numbers easily and like billion% fly past them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely wild.
Crazy. Anyway, moving on. We are actually done with JP News.
Alright, so global news, as with Dual Celebrations, don't have much different. Basically, everything's the same. Except, there's a few little differences here. Global did get their top grossing, which was 50 orbs. Mm-hmm. Oof. But then afterwards, let me see if I can find it. Afterwards, yes, we got the Dual Dokkan Fest rewarding bonus. In other words, here's more stones to stop people complaining that JP got more. Which it kind of did a little bit. And then we got 20 more stones on top of that. So we basically did get 100, but JP got 130, so Global Shaft. And I'm just kidding, but besides that, the only other different thing is that for whatever reason JP didn't get a that compilation thing, basically what's happening in the campaign.
Do you mean for the intro video?
Not the intro video. It's like that one thing you can open in the news that shows all the events, has all the information in one place.
Yeah.
JP doesn't have that, at least on DBZ Space.
Oh, I think that was an error with DBZ Space specifically. Because funny enough, in the news video that I posted yesterday, I had that open. And I actually do. I'm glad I linked it in the description because you're right. It isn't listed on DBZ Space for some odd reason.
We skipped over a very important thing.
But yeah, we will. I'll talk about that. But yeah, for some reason it's not showing on DBZ Space. But I do have the direct link to it just because I linked it in the news video that I did yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. And we should talk about that. That is a very good call. Actually, two things, technically. Before we go over what I know you're referencing, you want to talk about the one thing the Global's getting that JP's not?
Yes. So, for whatever reason, I guess to balance out the fact JP's getting the weekend missions, Global's getting a world tournament. I don't know how that equals out, but we're getting the Tech Go tanks.
Very weird. Very weird. And JP literally, like, I don't know. I don't consider that
also,
equal.
It felt like we just got a World Tournament too. We're already getting another one.
Wasn't it recent?
Yeah, like at least last month.
It is very weird though, because I mean, I don't consider those two things equal because a World Tournament is content. I mean, sure, in terms of stones, like, but
even in stones, World Tournament gives at least like 40 to 50.
Right. But that is the strange thing about this whole part 2 thing is that is literally just a piece of content that JP's just not getting, and there is nothing to compensate it.
Yeah, and there's not even much content to begin with.
Right.
It's the main issue, but
which is very, very odd, yeah.
Yeah.
But good call on that. We'll talk about that. The elephant in the room, yeah.
Well, one, the sales are getting renewed, so that's always amazing.
I think if memory serves, they're added on to the old ones during the same...
Thankfully, because JP has a habit of doing that. Thankfully, since this is a dual celebration, the sales are all just reset.
No, that's bad.
What do you mean?
Because then if you hadn't bought them, then you don't have the opportunity to buy them anymore.
Yes, but it's better than just adding on to sales of one or two packs.
No, but I'm saying if they literally would just like do the same thing again. I'm saying that would be better. Like, you know the sales that we had for like when it started?
Yeah.
If they literally just layered that on top of the current sales. Maybe minus the purple stone. Do you understand what I'm saying or no?
Yes, but that's kind of what they're doing.
But you just said that they're getting rid of the old ones.
But they're replacing it with more sales.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you didn't purchase the old sales and you like would want more stones, you don't have the opportunity to get those old sales.
True, but what I'm saying is compared to what JP used to do, which was add one or two extra packs, this is a lot better.
That is true. But either way, continue.
You have a fair point there, but anyhow, new LR androids for the part 2 LR.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, our dreams of a Bye Guys Goku did not come true. We were all really hoping that would be the case. That's what art in the game sort of pointed to. Yeah. That's what the whole community was expecting and hoping for. And then they were like, no, more androids.
Yeah. And bigger elephant in the room, Int LR Gohan is going to be featured and have his Ultra Super Attack renewed.
Yes, which Ultra Super Attack renewed? Fire. Having him...
Depends on how they do it. We'll see what happens with that.
Either way...
I'm a little scared, but...
I don't know.
HD card flip.
I think that any way that they decide to do it, they can only improve. Even if it's not an improvement that we think
even if
would
it's just
suffice.
HD assets, it'll look cool.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the SA in general, but I know a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
So
those were the big elephants in the room.
I think it's very... Also, something weird to note about that as well. Is that for some reason, and it's the same on Global and JP, but for some reason, Gohan isn't on the picture on the global image of the banner, but he is on the JP picture, which is really weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Even though the JP logo is bigger, which you would think that they would then have less space. I don't know. Regardless, though, we'll have to see what the androids do. It is interesting as well because 16, 17, and 18 are all in the card art. But
apparently they're only named 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
There's some speculation that they might be an exchange card. People are kind of thinking that maybe they'll do us really dirty and make these guys AGL. So then it is an AGL 16 that gets exchanged in for Gohan's stuff.
Here's the thing, though. That wouldn't change anything.
What do you mean? Oh, because it still counts as 17 and 18?
No, because they'll be extreme, not super.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, I assume yes, but if they're Cell Saga, they're technically extreme, but if it was... Because remember, we have that whole debacle where we have 16 from the same scene, but there's one that's extreme and one that's super.
Because here's the thing, if this is some sort of super LR androids from the Cell Saga, why did they make the Battlefield 18 from past when she's trying to kill Goku, or whoops, past when she's trying to game and Goku.
Susan swore.
Like that Battlefield 18 is extreme. I feel like they're just throwing the logic out the window anyways. But like, I don't know. I don't think it'll have anything to do with 16, honestly.
Yeah, only time will tell.
It would make sense to promote the new exchange mechanic, exchange, yeah, exchange. But yeah,
we'll definitely see what comes of it. I just think that it's very strange to put a character on a card art if they're not going to be incorporated. Like I assume,
looking at you, Krillin.
Yeah, I assume that he'll be in the SA. At least in like the SSR since he's there.
Probably. Maybe.
But only time will tell, unfortunately. So that will be dropping in 2 days from when this goes live.
So
data download.
Download tomorrow, maybe.
Or tonight. Well, tonight when this is going up.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. Or Twitter reveal. And before, right?
Yes, Dokkan, keep doing that because you were on the good track of it, and then you kind of stopped.
Remember when they did Facebook reveals for like global exclusive cards? Then they just stopped doing it.
Don't remind me. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But anyhow, yeah. So we'll have to see what comes of that. Gohan Super being upgraded can only be a good thing. Please don't. If you literally can't mess this up, don't mess it up.
Like, even if they just slap AGL Gohan Super on him, some people will call that lazy, but
it's better than what it is now.
It'll still kind of be an improvement. Sure, it sucks that Vegeta will get just destroyed, like gone from the Super, but
I personally think that it's either going to be a revamp of what the Super is now, or
they're just imagine if they take the Super, like the whole like flow of the Super how it is now, and just add in like new assets, HD assets.
That's like, what I'm hoping for.
I'm not talking about just like the same assets, but
no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
but like have like a close-in shot of Vegeta throwing the Ki Blast or something.
Yes.
Make it a minute-long super attack. I don't care.
Yeah, I think that would be sweet.
I will take it. Make it a minute long, even at 2 times speed. Have Goku talk to his son through the entire essay.
You hear it's just the whole scene. They just steal the clip off of YouTube and turn it into Dokkan assets. Oh man. Yeah.
But anyway, that's not much global news because they already JP shared the news for this. But
I guess
here and there.
The only other thing to mention is new title screen, new login movie.
Oh yeah, right.
And 2 multis, 50 stones, 10 Kais JP, 4 multis, 25 stones, 5 Kais on global.
Oh, and Cell Raid is gonna be how S-Tier Go on Easy is. If we didn't cover that already.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first 30 stages of that will be Gohan's EZA, and then the rest of it will be the Cell Raid, which low-key kind of lazy, because they could have just made 2, and then we go to Got More Rewards, but whatever.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'd rather take that than what they did with the Extreme Z area, which segues right into the next part of our podcast.
Hey, but before that...
Ad boys.
I was expecting some big angry thing, and instead you're just like, yeah, boys, let's go.
You know what? I gotta give them a break sometime.
Fair enough. 24 episodes in, you get your first break.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be right back. And we are back.
Did you enjoy that ad?
Whoa, that scared me actually a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And I was expecting it.
Wow. Spoiling our behind the scenes, I see.
Lipstick in my mouth, you know why?
Hello, guys. We're gonna complain for half an hour.
Okay, Vaughn, this is a topic that you wanted to cover. Not that I didn't want to talk about it, but I know you're very vocal in this one, so...
I am the vocal minority right now, apparently.
Have at thee.
Alright, so, well, Theo, do you want to explain what the Extremes area is?
I just gave you the mic! No, I can if you want me to.
I mean, because, like, you're the explanation, man. I'm just going to be angry. Just going to complain.
Sure. So basically, a monkey. What happened was... they decided that for the EZAs, for the Exchange Goku and Gohan and Trunks and Vegeta, they were going to mix it up a little bit, try something new. They created the
easy A, but except the A is for area, not awakening.
Yes. I never actually realized that. Huh.
Honestly, like, that's such a, like, not even, like, serious but not serious. Like, that's the laziest naming convention. Like, we already all call it Easy A.
True, even though on global it's Easy B.
Named it, well, because the thing, the process is called Extreme Z Awaken, but the actual events are called Extreme Z Battles.
True.
But, like, we all just call it Easy A, because, like...
Also, Easy Clap, they should have just called it, Easy L. Not only would it be all of us taking an L, it would be a location, would be what the L would stand for.
Extreme Z that actually is a pretty cool name, not the way.
Yeah.
Extreme Z location.
Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, though, so they decided to do this new thing with the Extreme Z area. Basically what this is it's 2 stages, 2 bosses on every stage, and it's terrible.
All right, let me lay it on you guys. So, you know when they release sub EZAs, you have to go back through the EZA, use stamina to grind the medals. Everybody hates that. This mode is that,
but worse.
But with more stamina consumption.
So it's 25 stam.
And you can't choose any units you want to use. But anyways,
yes, it's 25 stam for the harder difficulty and 20 for the normal one. And you don't
normally you get bronze and silver. Z hard you get bronze and silver. Super you get gold and rainbow.
And you not only have to grind the medals up rather than just going stage by stage like you do.
Oh, the boss doesn't drop it. You have to get them on the map. The boss can't give any more drops.
And how many do you get per run?
Okay, so I've done Goku because it's weird. For bronze, you get 5 per run. Silver, you get 10, and then gold and rainbow, you get 10 per run also.
But that's 25 stamina.
Yeah, so you'll need 75 stamina for gold and you'll need 75 stamina for gold and rainbow. So that's 150 right there. And then you'll need 12 times 4 is 48 stamina for silver. And then 36 for bronze. That's basically for most people a whole bar and a half.
What we're trying to say is it's a lot of stamina.
And that's saying if you beat the stage on your first try. Because then there's the problem of the units you can bring.
The only units that you can bring to the event are the LR androids, the AGL support Super Vegeta, Exchange Goku and Gohan, Yardrat Goku, Super Vegeta who's kicking Cell in the stomach, Int Cell, Exchange Vegeta and Trunks, the new EZA, well not new, but new EZA.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you want to share your screen, by the way?
Oh, good call.
I figured you were reading something off that screen.
Yes, the STR, Father Son Kamehameha Gohan, the one that's getting the EZA. The 18 Kissing Krillin, the super old AGL Cell who awakens from the Imperfect Cell, the Support Tien and Semi-Perfect Cell, and the Super Strike Android 16. On top of that, you need to have the Exchange Goku and Gohan on your team, the Yardrat Goku on your team, the Exchange Vegeta and Trunks on your team, the 18 Kissing Krillin on your team, and the only friend that you're allowed to bring is an Int Cell.
No dupe investment either.
Yeah.
Not even 55%. And that's not, and we didn't even mention, no continues, no items.
Fox only. I had to. It was too easy.
It was. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. The idea of this mode is actually pretty cool in concept. Using units...
No, I know.
Using units that are catered towards a specific arc, well, because it depends. Like, if there's an ample amount of free units you can use, then that would be better. Like, imagine there was a Goku Black Style event for this. Mm-hmm. And you can only use, like, Blue Gokus, Trunks from Goku Black's arc, Gowasu or something, and LRVB. Like, if you could, it's a cool little, like, mix-up, but the fact that this is required for an EZA, when we already have a perfectly functioning mechanic right there. Like, sure, people are saying, like, oh, it's tedious getting to level 30 sometimes. And, like, sometimes it's hard because you don't have the right team. Yes, but that's what we wanted. We wanted difficulty. Not needless padding.
One of the other big issues I have with this is that besides the free-to-play units that are required, and maybe the LR androids,
more than half your team is needed to be free, is required.
Right.
You have to bring 4 of these units.
The other go ahead.
Sorry, go. Yeah, I don't want to draw.
Speak.
You basically need Incel as your lead.
Yeah.
Or else your best lead, free to play, is LR androids.
And they ain't it.
Just give 4 key. And then you're stuck with a 50% boost.
The other big issue I have is that the other free-to-play units that you can bring are AGL Cell and Super Strike 16.
Yeah, that's a problem too.
AGL Cell is like dumpster fire level unit. He's garbage.
Yeah, there's the 2 40% supports. Why would you run them? Who would they help?
Like, who? Yes, they're literally going to be supporting the Exchange Goku, and that's it, and themselves.
And then Cell won't even give the Goku the attack boost.
Yes, exactly. Why would you choose those 2 units when there's so many other Cell Saga units that you could have picked if you were trying to pick low-tier Cell Saga units? There's other choices besides the support units.
Like, and if anything, they could have easily just made, like, okay, if we make see those 4 units, the Exchange units, Yardrat Goku, and 18 Kids and Krillin, make it so that only one of them is required, and just make it so you can only bring Cell Saga category characters. Like, that would, like, sure, a lot of, like, I don't know, it's just
restrictive.
It's so restrictive, but for no reason. Like, if you have the right team, it's not even that hard. Sure, you might get screwed out of a run because you get supered on the LR androids for 100k, but like, and then you just lose a Dokkan event's worth of stamina, which is another problem.
Yeah, that's another thing you have to keep in mind. This wouldn't be such a big deal either if, I mean, it would still be pretty frustrating.
It would be less of a big deal.
It's such a big deal because it's 25 stamina. Again, like Kayvon said, that's a Dokkan event.
It's also 25 stamina, and you can't use the boost on it. You cannot use boost on this stage. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Literally, why? There's no reason not to.
Like, I always try and think about it whenever Bandai makes a little bit of an out there decision. I'm always trying to think, okay, most of the time when they make a decision like this, it's about, we've got to have money.
The stoinks,
But this doesn't, I guess stamina stones? But
see, what it really does come down to, I feel, is like people are saying like all the rewards like didn't make everybody lose out so much, but like I'd personally, if they just make Gohan, the STR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's EZA its own EZA, and had Goku and Vegeta awaken from his EZA like Rage Broly had the coat units awaken from his EZA.
mm-hmm.
And then just have the raid be the raid, usual like 50 sleeping guys, all the orbs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been better. And it's not like not only did they merge the raid into Gohan's EZA, which took out some orbs
Mm-hmm.
and some sleepy guys. Granted, nobody cares about sleepy guys, but they're still sometimes useful.
I love Sleepy.
Same, they work for me.
Yes,
But
exactly.
anyways, not that that was already a bit of a slight, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happens. Which, think about it this way, if these guys did have their own EZAs, separate or together, like how Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. did,
Mm-hmm.
that's 30 to 60 stones, a bunch of orbs, and potential Kais. Like, this mode by itself is harmless, but the way it's implemented as replacing an EZA, it's not worth it. Why would you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Why not just have it as a regular EZA?
Yeah. Very strange.
I can't reiterate enough. I'm sorry I'm repeating this, but
Go ahead.
as a mode, it's not bad. As an EZA, it's horrible.
And I feel like it only just adds salt into the wound that Cell is the only friend that you can bring. Like, at least make the man 55%.
Nope, no dupe system at all.
Just do us that luxury, please.
And at the very least, if you have STR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you can just wait till the raid comes and then use him as lead.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if you have him.
That's true.
Like, sure, Incel is on the Redstone, but who'd really use the Redstone on him, to be honest?
There are other... I don't know. He's an alright option, but I do agree. It's like...
So.
True. It's never guaranteed, though, who you would use on that.
Yeah,
and
plus, people could have gone their whole time without pulling the Cell or Gohan, the two best leaders.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't pulled Tapion till this banner on Global, till Gohan's banner. And he's been out since, Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb.
And I don't know why I have such a big issue with the free-to-play units in this event specifically, but I just hate it that they only give you three other options, three other options for the two spaces that are left for you. And one is if you don't have Cell...
You only have two options because you basically have to use Cell as the leader.
Right, and if you don't have Cell, then you have to use the Android. So it's like one more spot that you can pick Trash or Trasher.
They should have at least made it only one needs to be required, or maybe two, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. And also this is just a personal thing. I get why she's there, but the 18 does nothing to any of this team.
Also, what if you didn't
Cell.
do this the intro tutorial thing? Because you can skip that.
Well, then you just have to go get Incredible Gems.
Can you still do it if you don't do it for a long time?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
So I guess people have that luxury, but
it's still the fact that, because here's the thing, if you have the unit and you're required to bring it, you might as well rainbow it. Then you need to go get 800 Incredible Gems,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot of grinding. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Rainbow the unit, just so it doesn't take 300k from supers.
Yeah.
This event doesn't hit that hard, but you get what I mean.
Right.
Like, and then it comes down to the event isn't even that hard if you have the right team. Like, I feel like I said this already. I'm sorry, but like, why have so many hoops to jump through when you can end this in 2 rotations?
Yeah, that's pretty
At least
silly.
with an SBR, you need to have the lead, and you have to work for the win. Here, if you have the right team, you just click the button, and you win.
So yeah, what's the point of making it so restrictive if it's that easy?
Yeah, like I'd rather have a normal easy. That would at least give me more challenge.
Right. And more fun.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
And that's the other thing that I feel is so appealing about EZA, that like I don't know why that triggered my brain to think this about this, but the part of the appeal of the EZA is that it doesn't cost stamina. And people love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm like, when I'm out of stamina and I'm like, dang, I'm still trying to play some Dokkan, bro. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that EZA looking fire right now.
Go and do an EZA, get a Hercule statue. Why not?
Yeah, see how far you can get in some. That is pretty fun to do.
And I forgot to mention this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget in this event, there's also RNG involved. You could get more medals in a question mark space, or you can't.
What can you get instead if you don't?
The question mark space just won't be there.
Oh. Damn.
So, like, you can either save a run, or you can just have to do another run.
Interesting.
It's like if an EZA had a random chance to drop the medals or not. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, that's EX. So, I don't know. I think we've kind of given our thoughts on this.
Yeah.
This is clearly something that we have an issue with. What were you going to say?
The mode is not harmful. Like, it's the fact that it's replacing an already existing, I would say even almost beloved mode. Everybody loves seeing a new EZA.
Mm-hmm.
Like 30 free stones, even if there's not stones, a bunch of orbs.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loves to see it. It gives back so much to players.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, I don't want to say veteran, but like more developed accounts,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them are really pretty easy.
Yeah.
If you have the right team. Flashbacks to AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Oh,
How
yeah.
bad that easy at first was.
That was fun. I remember driving and listening to you and Toy play that. That was very
I
entertaining.
remember using the Devilman tactic.
Yes. Oh, Susan Tor.
Oh, whoops. The
Daimao tactic.
there you go.
The Daimao man tactic.
This poor video's going down the drain.
It's alright, it's fine.
But yeah, like, that's it. Other mode. This mode is harmless, but just not as an EZA. Like, it could be such a cool sub mode, like reenacting sagas or something. That would be cool, but no, not this.
I do want to talk about as well. What are you gonna say? Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
I was also gonna say, let's not mention the rewards we get from that are 6 stones.
For all that trouble.
Yeah. But anyhow, let's go on to what you want to talk about.
Big sad boy hour. But yeah, no. I just wanted to talk a little bit about
The new LR.
Yes. And I also I know we kind of touched on it before, but I want to talk about real quick, just because this is a little bit easier to get out since we kind of shared our thoughts on it already. Gohan being featured. I think there's pros and cons.
Yeah, it's definitely a win-lose situation.
So it's in the way of, before we even get to Gohan himself, the fact that they're bringing back an old LR and featuring it on the banner rather than making another new LR, I think is interesting.
Would you say it's a good or bad thing, though?
I think it's both, because
Yeah, I can agree with that. Both bad and good.
for summoning, then you have to go until you get both if it was a new unit. But if you have Gohan, because if you've been playing the game for a while, there's a possibility. You you don't have to worry as much. You just pull the androids and dip. But you also are taking away another unit that could be made. And especially with the case of, this will kind of segue into it. Everybody was thinking that they were going to make Bye Guys Goku as an LR. And I definitely think that a lot of people would have really, really wanted him. And again, maybe it is just another case of the Dokkan community assuming again and being disappointed by their own speculation.
To be fair, though, I will give the Dokkan community this. Mm-hmm. This time it was warranted.
True.
Like, when you think of iconic Cell Saga moments, instantly your first thought is Vegeta doing the final flash for the first time and Goku with the Bad Guys.
And
not
Gohan, but yes.
Well, we already got that, you get what I mean? But
yeah, that isn't already in the game.
But and then we have LR androids who are already a card in the game, with arguably the most iconic moment being the Future and All Menacing, even though they aren't on Future, but that's no point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to see what their LR art is, because I have no idea. If it actually is some sort of Exchange 16, that would be cool, but why make it start as Android 17 and 18? Farmable SA, I guess.
True.
But then they'd have to be extreme unless these are super, which is even more weird.
Only time will tell with that. But I just think that either way, it's very disappointing. And you would have to think that they would know that we would be disappointed by this, because we know well that
Yeah.
What?
Breaking news, LR androids have got revealed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to talk about them then.
Android, and it is LR Android 16, 17, and 18.
Let's get it.
And it is an exchange.
I knew it. I told you so. Wait. Let me finish my thought first about the disappointment thing.
Their fizz.
Dang it. Okay, wait. Let me finish my thought. We'll do a quick breaking news segment since this is coming up.
Don't worry.
Breaking. And then we'll get back to
get that out there.
Yeah, no. And then we'll get back to
we have the new Gohan 18 key.
Oh, we do? Oh.
Yeah. I'm saving that for later. But anyhow, back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
This is going to be very weird hearing this after we already did the breaking news part.
True. Well, let's look at Gohan's 18 keys so then we can know, for the sake of the podcast, to kind of back up our own thought.
All right.
No. Wait, let me finish my thought first.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
This podcast went off the rail.
It's okay. Basically, I think, like, because we know that they keep their eyes on the community, and I would think that they would know that we would be disappointed if it wasn't the Bye Guys Goku. So
yeah,
I do think in any way they could have made the top legendary summon both of these guys, but they decided to do Gohan because of his EZA, or his SA revamp rather.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the fact that Gohan is the featured unit, for the fact that he is purely Gohan, has advantages and disadvantages. Just being, if you don't need him, that's good for you, because then you can focus on just androids and then going. If you don't have him, you can also have the potential of pulling him as well, because I know there are some people who've even played the game for a while too, not just new people, and they don't have him and they have the potential to get him. But then it also takes away from another character that could be added into the game. All right, breaking news.
All right.
We need a little jingle for that. We don't have any breaking news jingle. All right, guys, our apologies. We were having some technical difficulties here in the background, so we had to make a quick cut.
Thanks, computer.
But we are back now. Breaking news, that's right. Gohan Super and the Android Super, and what the androids do in the OG Japanese language, has all been revealed. I'm sure by the time that you're watching this, you've probably already seen it. But Gohan's essay did get updated in a very nice way. It still keeps the aura of the original, but the part where Gohan just goes up and down, he now walks, which is awesome.
He actually walks, and he looks so HD.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And they gave, it looks from first glance that they gave all of the other assets a little bit of an upgrade as well, which is very nice. Yeah. Definitely very, very cool. The 16 as well. Well, I mean, technically not 16, I guess, but the Android 17, 18, and 16 is an exchange unit. He is Fizz, and he does exchange, quote unquote, into Android 16, which is really, really cool. I like that they kept Gohan Super basically the same.
Yeah, same here, honestly.
Because
this is the best of both worlds.
Yes, it keeps the vibe of the original.
But it looks so good.
Yes, and it not only just updates some of the assets, it also gives a much better feel to...
They straight up made new ones, too, with the Gohan actually walking.
100%. Yeah, it looks fantastic. I 100% approve. I honestly think that's probably the best that they could have done.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway. I think that was the best outcome. Out of all the universes that Strange saw, that was the one where we won.
Definitely.
But yeah, so we had that. And then the androids look pretty cool as well. Excited to see how they work. Talk about the leader skill real quick, but we won't go over the full card because we never really talk about it in detail.
Apparently, they're 4 key and 150 percentile stats for Android category.
Mm-hmm.
And Extreme Fizz 100 and 4 key.
Interesting.
So it's weird. Two 16s in the game are Extreme, one is Super. They're all from the same saga. Okay.
And this particular man is power creeping out here.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know how to feel about
that. Yeah, very interesting though. All right. Breaking news segment over.
Wait a second.
What? No, it's over. Okay, I just said it's over. Huh?
Fine. It's over.
Yes. Good. What were you going to say now? I'm curious.
So, apparently, because the card start is with how jank. So, you know, Goku, Gohan are on Pure Saiyans.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Gohan's a hybrid Saiyan and not a Pure Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
16 and 17, or 17 and 18/16 are on sibling bond.
Huh.
Even though 16 doesn't have a sibling, technically.
To be fair, I know this is kind of like
Gohan can transform on the team now.
Oh. To be fair...
Wait, I don't think that Gohan is on siblings bonds. Never mind. I mean, Goku family, kind of. I don't know. I just found it interesting.
To be fair, I mean, I know it's technically not the case and this sounds so cheesy, but I think they would all consider each other brother and sister. I mean...
Yeah, fair. Very fair.
You know... They were all in the pods together.
Yeah.
So, either way, though.
No,
we're cutting it off there.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We'll make a new video after this. I don't like this.
Moving on from that.
Anyhow.
Let's keep talking about our part 2 memes. So,
yeah.
Since we kind of... is there anything else you wanted to air out related to directly what we have now before we go ahead and compare?
No, honestly.
Okay. So, let's talk about real quick then, comparing this to other download celebrations. Now, I'm not going to bring up anniversaries in this case because me and Kevin were having this discussion earlier, and we don't feel that they're equal enough in terms of just the celebrations themselves. Like, download celebrations are pretty equal, but I feel like it's kind of unfair to pit an anniversary against a download celebration.
Yeah, agreed.
So we're going to talk about this compared to mainly one other Part 2 download celebration, because interestingly enough, 200 million downloads did not have a Part 2 celebration.
That's weird.
Which is kind of interesting.
Technically, 200 million downloads was the Part 2 in a way.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
It was second year and then 200 million downloads.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to count that as the same, but I understand what you're saying.
Kind of makes sense in a way, but it's weird.
Yeah. It was more like a themed thing rather than what actually came next.
Yeah.
Either way, though, kind of interesting. So I guess 300 million wins and flat out, just because, the other one didn't have one. But I feel that it had... I'm looking back at it. Can I share screen real quick?
Yes, go ahead. I think you can.
This is the 200 million one. This feels like more content to me. We had Bulma come out, the Versus thing, the tickets, the banner, obviously sales 50 stones for all players, the dual Dokkan Fest, the Omega Raid, the LR Goku Challenge. I feel like that is... Where does part 1 start here? Right here. I feel like that's, let's see, story event, banner, events, story event. No. Boss Rush and SBR, definitely. And Battlefield. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Counter that claim. Now, let's talk about another part 2, the 250 million download campaign. This was very interesting. So let's go ahead and just compare the global ones real quick, just because that's kind of the easiest. There are obviously some small changes between global and JP.
Nothing too big though.
Right. So we have, both of them have the movie. Interestingly enough, they call it like, it's really weird. It's basically the same thing though. Working together to get rewards to collect Dragon Balls.
Yeah, basically.
Which is really cool. We had the Challenge Jiren, which is the Cell Raid, essentially. Or the equivalent anyway. Missions make sense. Those are down there. We had the Little Rangers event. And then obviously the stones. That was when LR Goku and Frieza got released. We had the new Boss Rush stages, as well as a bunch of old events came back to kind of honor the Tournament of Power. So I would say that I guess then the Little Rangers would be replaced. So then that does mean that this celebration has more. Because the only other thing besides the raid, the missions, and the summon, was the only different, because both had the boss rush, but our part 2 had the Infinite Dragon Ball History event, as well as the World Tournament, but also the Extreme Z area, which I guess that would count against Little Rangers.
I would say you shouldn't forget the story events that were added, or not added, brought back during 250 million. All the down there you go.
But they're not new. We're talking about like,
they aren't, but the thing is, like, that's still stuff for people to grind.
True, but what if you've done it already? Also, all of these are live still. All of the current...
those are from part 1, though.
That is true. So. That is true. None of those were live during part 1 of the...
Scroll back up real quick.
250 million.
Go back up more. There's a picture of Piccolo up there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Nail? Is that the SSR Nail? Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is a little bit weird. Yeah, the SSR Nail art is on the 250 million download.
That's very, very weird.
That's crazy. That means that they made that art all the way back then.
That's very weird. Anyhow.
Another thing to note, too, is that Piccolo was a free character that was given out and could be grinded. That was before this, though, wasn't it? Or am I mistaken? No, that was the Easy A came out for him. But there were 2 free units in the 300 million. I don't know. Yeah, I do agree with you, though, to an extent where there were a lot of events brought back.
Yeah.
Because there were plenty of events still live from part 1, just about the same. Piccolo was released during this. I forgot his event doesn't have his picture on it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting. So part 1 had a few events live already, but that is a good thing to note that nothing was really brought back for part 2 of 300 million downloads.
Yeah, that's one of the main issues I have personally.
But we did get the Dragon Ball Infinite history. But to be fair, that, I don't know, that's a little bit different because story events, I feel you have to grind a little bit more. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're right.
And the Infinite Dragon Ball history, besides the missions, it's like one and done. Kind of ish. Like you see everything that you need to see with that, with the story event, if you're grinding a particular character. I don't know. I guess I just mean that they have more replay value.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would still kind of give it to 250 mil. Just because there was more content.
I can understand that, yeah.
Yeah. Though we are kind of... Well, no. The Extreme Z area coincides with the... what do you call it? The Little Rangers event. That's interesting. Did JP change anything with that? I don't think so. No. Besides a Twitter campaign, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think?
Putting into that perspective, I guess 300 million part 2 isn't as bad as I first thought.
Mm-hmm.
It still does suck, but it's so, like, there is stuff to do, but not as much stuff as we could have wanted.
Mm-hmm. I think that also, too, the Extreme Z area was just such a dampen on spirits as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That,
and also the LR androids.
Right. I think that it was a lot of anticipation and what is it called when you get let down? What's the word for that?
Disappointment.
Sure. Yes. Yes, but actually no. But yeah, no, I guess it's just a lot of disappointment that went into it. And it's like you can't even really be like, oh, it's still exciting getting this new LR because you might not even pull them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's weird because, like, there's the whole argument of our new units content.
Yeah.
I would say yes and no because it's more to do in the game, but if you don't get them, then it's not more to do.
It's yes and no. I agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I would still say that it was a little bit of a disappointment. Besides, like, what we inevitably found out with the Extreme Z area. Man, we're going to just keep dogging on it.
We really are. Deserves it.
I think that the LR Goku was also just a shame because a lot of people were really... And, two, not only was it just the anticipation of the community, Dokkan literally teased us so many times. Like, first of all, we have the intro video, which highlighted Goku more so than any other character.
Yeah.
We had the, what do you call it? The loading screen that had a brand new Bye Guys Goku art on it. And I believe there was something else that kind of teased it. What am I thinking of? What am I missing here? Oh,
I don't remember.
and the fact that we got those new pieces of Goku art that were literally just used for the story event. We had the new Goku, and then they made him in the coat, and then they also gave the other pose where he was a little bit battle damaged. I think all of that as well just felt like it was really, really hinting at it. And it was just sort of unfortunate that all of that came to nothing, especially when we just had a couple of cards that were story event assets, and they did get made into cards. And just this time, everything seemed to be leading up to it, and then... So, well, I think that about does it. As much as it is kind of disappointing, it is still fun to, just be able to play through all this stuff and just see what it brings anyhow. Enjoy what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other closing thoughts before we go?
I don't know. I'm all thoughted out at the moment.
Don't take that out of the context.
I could have worded that better.
Wow, I was about to clown on you for wording something, and then my brain blue screened.
Nice.
Anyhow, that is going to do it for today's podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let us know what you thought of the 300 million downloads celebration part 2. Let us know as well if you're excited for Gohan's amazing redo on his super, because it looks absolutely fantastic. Any final words? I know I just asked you that, but any final words?
Say no to the Extreme Z area.
Extreme ZA or EZA, more like easy no.
Duh.
All right, with that, from all of us here at the Extreme Z Podcast, we'll see you in the next one.
Later, guys.